Masters of Combat is a side-scrolling beat-em-up game that was released on the Sega Master System in 1993. Developed and published by Sega, the game was an attempt to cash in on the popularity of the genre at the time. It is also quite a scarce title to find among collectors, and recently a copy sold in the UK for over £800. Like most titles released at the back end of the console's lifespan, Masters of Combat didn't actually sell that well, so can be quite tricky to find out in the wild as a physical copy. Other variants include the Tech Toy version released in Brazil. This version is more widely available throughout the world and hence doesn't command the same prices as its PAL counterpart. That said, even this version isn't common. So what about gameplay? Well, despite not being that popular, I actually really like this one, and it takes me back to a time where fighting games were absolutely in their pomp back in the day. Masters of Combat is a classic action game at its heart, released, as I mentioned earlier, by Sega on the Master System in 1993, and such games like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter were pretty much at their height. The game features a storyline that revolves around the Masters of Combat tournament, where skilled fighters from around the world come together to compete in the ultimate prize of being crowned the greatest fighter of all time. The gameplay of Masters of Combat is centered around one-on-one battles between the player and a series of opponents, each with their unique fighting styles and moves. The controls are simple, with buttons for punching, kicking, jumping and blocking, although mastering them with just 2 buttons on the Master System definitely takes some skill and practice. As the game progresses through the tournament, the opponents become increasingly challenging, requiring the player to develop new strategies and techniques to defeat them. One of the standout features of Masters of Combat is the variety of fighters available to the player. Each fighter has a unique set of moves, strengths and weaknesses, giving them a sense of depth and replayability. The player can choose from a range of fighters, including a ninja, a boxer, a wrestler, a karate expert, and, of course, this awesome looking alien. The storyline of Masters of Combat is relatively straightforward, but it does provide a sense of motivation for the player as they progress through the tournament. The player's ultimate goal is to defeat the reigning champion, the Master of Combat, and be crowned the new champion. Overall, Masters of Combat is a fun and engaging game that offers a satisfying blend of action, strategy and storytelling. The gameplay is challenging and addictive, and the diverse range of fighters adds a layer of depth to the game. While the storyline is relatively simple, it provides enough motivation for the player to keep progressing through the tournament and striving to become the ultimate champion. If you're a fan of fighting games, Masters of Combat is definitely worth checking out. So there we are guys, and thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, then please consider subscribing, and please remember to like the video. If you ever spot a copy of Masters of Combat out in the wild, I definitely recommend that you pick it up if it's at an affordable price. If not, it's definitely worth emulating. Thanks so much again for watching, I really do appreciate it. And keep your eyes peeled for more videos and content on the channel soon. Take care. Bye bye.